Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today it's going to be a short one, but it is going to be a very important one. Now we all know that the meta in Helldivers 2 is pretty much the same all the time, and it can get quite annoying. However, it has been said today that the meta is totally wrong by Arrowhead Studios themselves. They did tweet out saying something, and we'll discuss it in today's video. But with that said, just a quick shout out to today's sponsor. Massive shout out to Blazing Boost for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are struggling to get anything Helldivers 2 related or looking for that extra help, this is the place to check out. They're a super good service with over 34,000 Trustpilot reviews with 5-star rating. And if you guys do use code LIBERTY, you will get 15% at checkout. I'll leave a link in the description, and let's jump straight into it. Right guys, so the first point we do have is from the director, and it says, the meta doesn't matter because guns have over 40 secret stats anyway. Use the ones you like the most. Now this has come to a shock because obviously it does display certain stats in the menus and in the game. However, the director has said that there's hidden stats for each gun, so we're not sure exactly what these stats are, but if you do some testing, you guys can see that the other guns are really good at different things, including sort of armor piercing, that sort of thing, and different sort of damage outputs. So there's a lot to be tested from this actual sort of tweet that's gone around. Now, putting up point 2 to provide more information on this topic, we then have, at face value, Helldivers 2 presents you with the same 4 statistics for every weapon: damage, capacity, recoil and fire rate. However, according to the tweet from game director Joanne, just below there are about 50 individual statistics for every single gun in Helldivers 2. The game just doesn't display every stat for players to see. Now this is a really good thing in my opinion, because everybody is about showing you the meta, and I do understand obviously people want to know the best gun in the game. However, a lot of people have jumped on the breaker bandwagon, and there's a lot more things to be tested in the game, especially for damage wise, knowing that there's hidden statistics and every gun is going to act differently. Also, this tweet does say, in regards to Helldivers 2 weapon stats, so many of you use the 4 stats we show as comparison. While each gun has maybe 50 stats in total, the numbers are a guideline but does not paint a complete picture. Use the ones you like the most. So this is just clarifying from the tweet that basically people are running around using these meta weapons, and they may not even be the best weapon in the game. Obviously, different types of enemies are going to have different sort of guns that are better in certain scenarios. Like the automatons are going to have different guns compared to the bugs, definitely, and we have seen this with the breaker. However, a lot of people are running off this meta, and I think Helldivers 2, especially Arrowhead, did not intend the game to run this way. And like I did cover the other day, there are balancers coming and patches to make the game more sort of fair and an even playing field, because people have been starting to get kicked for using these certain weapons. So moving on to the next, it does in fact say that some players clamouring for Helldivers 2 to display all 50 odd weapon stats for every gun in the actual game itself. I'd say that's sort of missing the point. Helldivers 2 doesn't display every weapon stat because the devs just want players to have fun and use what makes them happy, which he did say in his tweets. Now this is true, the game isn't one of them games where it really matters if you're using the meta. Now obviously it helps, but you are missing out on a lot of the game if you guys just run the meta to try and sort of speed run, get the best stuff. Now every game's going to have a meta, no matter what, there's always going to be that one gun that's better. But from what I've gathered from the information of players, that we basically said the breaker's the best gun without really even testing the others, just because it was one of the first guns that did really well. And from the statistics of the weapons that have been used, from people unlocking them, it's clear to see that people are not experiencing the game and trying new weapons, which is obviously a massive thing for the developers, because they did intend for everyone to sort of have a balanced weapons, different sort of people running different things for certain enemies, and that's just not what's happening at the minute. So with the update coming, with the patches, it's going to sort of tone down the breaker and make the other guns a lot similar and increase power. But also there's a few out there now that are dealing insane damage that are still not getting used, and people are moaning that the meta is just one gun. They also said not displaying every weapon stat in Helldivers 2 isn't something accidentally oversight. From Arrowhead Game Studios, it's a very deliberate choice, so next time you think about raging against another player for not choosing the breaker shotgun or the powerful railgun stratagem, maybe stop and think about the developer's intentions. Also chill out. So this is becoming a big problem in Helldivers 2, especially in the higher tiers of the game. People are getting kicked simply for not running the meta, which is a massive issue for people that just casually play the game, getting booted from the fire teams, that sort of thing, for just simply running what you want to run. But that's pretty much the update, guys. Like I said, it is a short one, but it's a very good one for the community in my opinion. And there's weapons out there that are overpowered, we just haven't discovered them to the true potential. So get out there, start testing them, and as always guys, I will catch you in the next one.